This is a Hohner Erica and the keys of C and F. This has been extensively restored. It had a broken keyboard. Some of the key levers were bent. I've got them all straightened out. So this Hohner Erica was one of those rare but, unfortunate shipping damage situations where the entire keyboard is sort of shattered and then some of the buttons are bent. So I will need to be replacing the keyboard and re-straightening all the buttons that are messed up. Inside looks great. I don't see any damage in there. So here's the keyboard after the restoration. Completely new keyboard, fitted with a thumb loop on it, and so completely new. The other feature I've added while I had it apart is I have now limited the button travel, which is a flaw on many Hohners, where the buttons dive down into the hole. Now the buttons stop close to flush on the keyboard. And internally, quite a bit of work. The reeds, unfortunately, had acquired rust, many of them, and that's a big job to get all that rust off the reeds. And then I put a very, very light coating of oil on it to prevent or inhibit further return.
So here's a Hohner bass reed, almost entirely rusted. Okay, so here's the same reed. Now it's all derusted. I've put a very, very light coat of oil on it and prepared it. Here now the valves, it's been revalved with a composite valve. And here it is all waxed back onto the reed block with the other four.
Revalved just about all, I think almost everything except the chords and maybe the smaller bass reeds were okay. Other than that, I've tuned it using A440 as reference. I use Viennese style plus and minus tuning, and has a beat frequency of about 2.75 hertz, low notes up to about 8 on the high notes. I also added a couple improvements to the treble side reed blocks that is fairly common practice now in high-end box makers. I've added a crossbar between the two treble reed blocks, which basically shifts any resonant frequencies so high that they're beyond the audio spectrum for humans. And also the very, very high reeds, I've drilled little holes into the reed block. It just has been discovered that those really high reeds speak better and at a lower pressure by having a little bit of leakage in their chamber. So, so I've added that to this. I'll go through the notes. beautiful Hohner Erica on the keys of C and F.